Tinubu's problems lands on Trump's desk. My soldiers, before I say a word, look at the screen and the headline. If Bola Tinubu thought, I'm sure he's sitting there thinking that his trouble in Washington, D.C. has ended. If he thought that it ended with the U.S. Congress voting, was it last week, to wipe out 100% of foreign aid to Nigeria, he was dead wrong, and they gave a reason for this. If he thought that the Christmas missile bombing of Sokoto Caliphate on Christmas Day and the reported fleeing, running away of the Sultan from his own seat of power was the end of U.S. intervention to stop Tinubu's deceptive game on Islamic terrorists and on Christian genocide in Nigeria, he's deceiving himself. A political nuclear explosion just went off in the halls of the U.S. Capitol and the White House recently. Political. Today's reports say that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, through his US-based lobbying firm, has officially handed over certified 60 pages U.S. Department of Justice court records regarding President Bola Tinubu's narcotics forfeiture case directly to President Donald J. Trump's administration and senior members of the U.S. Congress. Boom! Just yesterday, court forfeiture records where $460,000 linked to narcotics trafficking was forfeited in a Chicago federal court and now sitting on the desk of the most powerful leaders in the Western world. No more wasting of time, my soldiers. This is now real. There is a quote from Vanguard, the reputable newspaper. Quote, the documents circulated by the firm include a background chronology titled Background and Chronology of the 1993 U.S. Department of Justice heroin proceeds forfeiture case and the 2023 FOIA litigation concerning alleged heroin trafficking from Nigeria to the United States involving Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the current president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Unquote, unquote, that's the exact quote. This is just yesterday. This new development, in my view, smells bad. This could portend new wahala for Tinubu keeping his job by him remaining as president. The above leads to the million-dollar question every Nigerian across the globe could be asking today after reading this report. Will President Donald Trump formally demand that Bola Tinubu of Nigeria step down the way he demanded Maduro step down? The way years ago Noriega was asked to step down from Panama? Because let's be honest with ourselves on this channel. In my considered opinion, Bola Tinubu is arguably presiding over the most corrupt, non-transparent, and illegitimate, in my opinion, illegitimate administration in modern-day Nigerian history. I and many Nigerian Americans and Nigerians question the legitimacy of his regime. Smash that subscribe button and hit the like button right now. Today, we are asking the tough questions. Questions that the compromised local media in Abuja and Lagos are too terrified to print. They are afraid of the DSS. Issue 1, the $9 million lobbying failure. My soldiers, remember what I told you on this same show. Tinubu's government, I broke that news. Tinubu's government secretly approved a massive $9 million of Nigerian taxpayer money to hire high-priced Washington lobbies. I remember I was in Washington, D.C. when Ribadu came to give that money. According to my analysis, they thought they could buy off the United. They think Nigeria, United States, like Nigeria, Abuja, where you buy everybody. Goes to like Bob, you buy everybody. Their lobbies, literally, the way I view it, in my opinion, those lobbies, They smuggled, in my opinion, first ladies were Tinubu into private-based events in America. Trump, where she stood on stage and gave what I consider a false narrative to the international community. Those private-based agencies were pro-Trump. So they sent her there. She claimed that there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria, no religious persecution in Nigeria. I think this was rank dishonesty by Senator Remi Tinubu. She knew what she was saying was not true. Well, look at the return on investment for that $9 million, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, the U.S. House of Representatives just last week saw through the lies and voted to cut 100% of all aid to Nigeria over religious persecution. Boom. Two, Congressman Chris Smith and the congressman from Florida and the U.S. legislature, they're moving to slap Magnitsky Act sanctions, visa bans, and asset freezes on Nigerian officials. I know you say you talk about money. When is it going to happen? Well, we are helping them compile a list. We have 3 names already on the list. In my podcast, I mentioned them. But we have a new name now. The beleaguered Gbajabiamila, the chief of staff. 3. And now, Atiku's foreign representatives have bypassed Tinubu's $9 million PR shield and delivered this actual federal court record straight to Trump's inner circle. It's no more in social media, no more in newspapers. This is what I believe. Tinubu's money has failed. Has failed. You cannot, in my view, bribe the global community forever when the very foundation of your government is built allegedly on money laundering, questionable credentials, and systemic corruptions. You have not cleared this allegation issue too. Can Trump send Tinubu packing? I know the Offiong Aqua show has previously asked that Tinubu resign. We've made that demand because we knew more than we could tell the public. This new move to force his removal is significant and welcome by the Offiong Aqua show and his soldiers. Whether we like Atiku or not, we want Tinubu gone. Let us analyze the geopolitical realities of Atiku's move. Why did Atiku's firm submit this for future funds to Trump now, July 2026? Think about this. Because the Trump administration has historically taken an aggressive approach when it comes to non-compliant foreign regimes that they view as high risk or corrupt. Nigeria is viewed as high risk and corrupt. I'm sorry. When the U.S. Congress just last week frames Nigeria just last week as a jurisdiction plagued by anti-Christian violence and systemic financial opacity, and then you couple that with official Department of Justice records just a couple of days ago showing a sitting president of the country forfeited nearly $500,000 tied to the Department of Justice's 1993 civil forfeiture action arose from an investigation into a suspected drug trafficking organization operating between Nigeria and the United States. At this point, Nigeria stops being treated as a sovereign partner. Oh, we are partner with you. No, they're going to stopping. Nigeria gets treated now like a pariah state, a state nobody wants to talk to. We are seeing strategic dissociation in real time. In real time, the United States is signaling that they do not trust this Tinubu's administration. And I'm calling it out clear and direct on this show today. I'm not a diplomat. It is time for Tinubu to be sent packing. If a leader cannot command respect domestically due to economic hardship he has imposed on more than 200 million people, and cannot command legitimacy internationally due to lack of credibility, due to a paper trail of alleged financial crimes and human rights violations, how can he lead 200 million people? His response is to arrest people like Ssure and put them in jail so they shut up. He, according to reports, even paid millions of dollars to kidnappers. The Oyo thing there helped rescue just a small number of Nigerians captured by terrorists. While President Tinubu publicly insists, on a zero ransom policy, major foreign investigative reports, including a bombshell investigations by Agence France Presse, alleged that as much as $7 million, not minimum, was paid behind closed doors to secure the release of those abducted school children in Oyo. The government denies paying a single dime. Me pay? No. But the public is asking, who is telling the truth? Who do you believe? Do you believe Bola Tinubu or agents from press or others? If a leader cannot command respect domestically, how can he lead 200 million people? He's not respected in Nigeria today, except by his accomplices. The international pressure is mounting, ladies and gentlemen, and the cracks in the villa are widening by the day. He thinks he can rush the election and get away with this. Election will not help him. Let me close here. No more cover-up. My soldiers, this narrative is completely out of Tinubu's control. The domestic scandals are adding up, from cabinet members down to foreign policy embarrassments are colliding with international accountability. They tried to buy Washington with Tinubu's $9 million, but the truth was delivered to Tinubu's decks for free a couple of days ago. I want to hear from you in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Section below. Do you think Donald Trump and the U.S. government should officially withdraw all diplomatic recognition from Tinubu's administration, ask the ambassador to be sent back to Nigeria? And will Atiku's move finally force an international reckoning? Nigerians have been waiting for. Nigerians are powerless. That's why they're begging others to come and help them.